Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Pajero. You're so welcome. Please consider subscribing. I'm going to share informative info with you and I feel it will be worth your while, so please consider subscribing. If you've been around for a while, I must apologize. I've been so inconsistent. The last time I posted was in December. Aki, I'm so sorry. I have been so busy at work. The first quarter is normally so packed, trying to set pace for the year, but I apologize. Please accept my apology. I will try my best. I will make time and create content that you guys deserve. Okay, let's get right into today's topic. I want to make this video as short and sweet as possible. So we're talking about money market funds, and I just want to make it as simple, the basics. So a money market fund is an open-ended fund. Okay, what open-ended means is that you can invest at any time and at any amount, as opposed to if it was a closed-ended fund. What that would mean, you can only invest at the beginning or during the fund launch. Okay, then once the investment period is closed, that is it. What also happens in a closed-ended fund is that you can only get your money back at the end of the fund tenure. So if the fund is for 10 years, you have to wait the whole period for you to get your money back. But a money market is open, so you invest anytime, you can get your money within a very short period of time, and so it's very flexible. It's a very worth investment. Another thing about money market funds is that they have a very low risk profile, meaning the fund managers invest very conservatively. Like, they will not invest in risky things that they don't understand or things that are a gamble. They mostly invest in things that they have done over time and proven and known that it actually works. Another thing is that money market funds are very liquid, They invest in very short-term debt or other instruments, so that getting money out doesn't take a lot of time and it's very short-term. Okay, so I think that's just the general brief of money market funds. Let's get into the kind of investment that these funds do to make sure that your money grows and also to make sure that it's sort of secure. Most money market funds invest in three key areas. Number one, fixed deposit accounts. Number two, commercial paper. Number three, treasury bills. Let's get a bit into the three. Fixed deposit accounts. In Kenya, the CMA, which is Capital Markets Authority, regulates the money market funds. So they dictate for them not to invest more than 25% of their fund money in any one bank. Okay, so for example, if a fund has 100 million shillings, let's say that, they can't invest more than 25% of that amount in one bank. They take 30 million and put it in KCB alone. They have to diversify into the different banks because, this is the financial sector. Anything can happen. Looking back at the crisis in 2008, nobody saw that coming, but it happened and businesses went down and all this. So the CMA does that to regulate, in case anything happens to, for example, Bank A, they still have at least 75% of the funds left. So okay, so they take, for example, 25 million and put it in a fixed deposit account with, let's say, KCB. Okay, and the reason why you will take your money and put in a fixed deposit account just the same way like a money market fund does is because if I have 5,000 I want to save in a fixed deposit account, I honestly don't have bargaining power on the rate that I can get. But if a fund has, let's say, 25 million, the bank can listen and say, okay, our fixed rate is normally 5%, but because you're bringing a substantial amount, we can give you 7%. You see why you can't do it on your own and why it's beneficial to also work through a money market fund. Okay, so they will save 25% of the funds in, say, Bank A and earn, say, 7% per annum. Okay, so you see how conservative it is. Yeah. Secondly, money market funds issue commercial paper to corporates or small businesses. Okay, so a corporate could get a commercial paper from a money market fund. You're charged maybe if the market rate is 14%, they can either charge you the 14 or they can charge you a bit higher if you don't have collateral or your receivables are questionable, something. So they will issue commercial paper to corporates and then they make money in form of interest. And oftentimes how they secure this, they get credit insurance to secure you know the amount they've given you. So in case something happens, credit insurance can step in and pay back the money market in case you're bankrupt or something, or they can also get insurance on your receivables. You know, like if you have contracts with different people, they secure those receivables, so in case something happens, they're the ones who will get paid and get their money back. So it's also very conservative. Thirdly, they invest in treasury bills, okay? And this is the most risk-free investment ever, because this is the government borrowing funds from the public for use and then they repay. So a government cannot fail to pay its debt, and if it gets to that point, like everything else will have crumbled. Like, yeah. So what happens, for example, the central bank will issue bonds, okay? For example, the treasury needs 3 trillion shillings or something. So they offer that to the public. So me and you, I can decide, let me buy 100,000 of the bonds to give the government the money. And then in return, I earn an interest of maybe 6 or 7%. Oftentimes, the bonds are oversubscribed. If the treasury needs 3 billion, they'll get request for 3.5 oftentimes, but sometimes there can be under subscription, which is very good because that means the central bank has to raise the interest rates that they can offer, which is good for me, the investor. Anyway, so the money market fund will invest, say, tulikuwa tumetoa 25 na maybe 25 into commercial paper. So the 50 million imebaki, they can easily put it in treasury bills, okay? And they earn maybe another 8% or something. But at the end of the day, they've invested in the savings accounts, they've invested in commercial paper and treasury bills. So maybe here you're earning 7, 18, 9. So that way the money market fund already makes way more than if you were to invest on your own at umeenda kwa fixed deposit umeweka umepewa 5%, yet the fund has made maybe 14% throughout the year. You see, now you've lost a bit of percentage. But the other thing is, money market funds, of course, will charge a management fee because they're not doing this for free. They're charging you guys for, enabling you guys to make money. Oftentimes, it's between 1 and 2%. So maybe the fund has made 14% that year. 2% is management fee. So unabaki na 12 or 10 or 9 or 8. Of course, there are so many things that, could change, something could go wrong or whatever. So at the end of the day, you make around 9 to 10. That's the rate that most funds offer, okay? One thing I must say, these are people that are investing their money for you and charging you a fee for it and giving you maybe 9% or 10%. But it's not 100% guaranteed. Things could go wrong. I mean, like when Chase Bank went under, there are money market funds that had put their money there, so a portion of the funds were lost there. Maybe a business that you had given money to, you didn't have insurance in place, it goes down, you're not paid, money could get lost. But what we're saying is that it's very low risk, it's oftentimes very well calculated, so you understand the risk that you're taking as opposed to the lies that people are telling out here. Let me tell you guys, anytime you see someone giving you, for example, they're telling you we'll double your money in 3 months or you get 100% in 1 year, ask yourself, why won't this person use their own money, do it so many times, 100, 150, 5 times, and be a billionaire? Like, you think human beings are that good at it? We all want to prosper. It's a lie. Those people want to take your money and do trial and error, and you lose your money. So don't be greedy at this one, they say they're doing 50%, na easy money market ni 10%. Hey, let me tell you, you better stay with your 10% as opposed to that 50 that is so far away and nearly impossible. Please. Okay, so of course there's a risk you're assuming, things could go wrong, okay? But this is risk that you actually understand. Ukiona kwa news, when money market flani, it has gone down, you can clearly see what went wrong. Maybe wali invest kwa bank ika go down, or corporate ika go down, or worst case, which is nearly impossible, ati government imekata kulipa. So there are things that you would clearly understand and see. It's something that actually makes sense. So please don't gamble with your money trying to invest in things that you don't even understand or things that have not been around for a while, okay? Another key thing to tackle is, how then do you go about selecting the best money market fund for you? Number 1 has to be very reputable people that have been around for substantial amount of time, and in my view I'd say at least 10 years. Honestly, my risk profile is very low, by the way. I am a very low risk medium return kind of investor. Like, I want, okay, I understand what's going on, this is the conservative amount I can make, and I'm good. So invest in a fund that has been there for at least 10 years. That is my suggestion. Number two, you want a very transparent fund manager. The fund I have invested my money in, which I'll tell you guys at the end, is very transparent. We get bi-weekly reports on how the fund is doing, market intelligence, all these things. You want a fund that is so transparent such that in case something goes wrong, you understand where things went wrong, and you honestly just know where you are and where your money is. If you find a fund that does not give you information, is very sketchy, they have to do things haraka, ogopa. Stay away from that. The third thing, which I think honestly is like the most important, is that fund has to be regulated by the CMA, Capital Markets Authority, to just see how this guy is doing. Are they eating people's money? Are they doing the right thing? So it's very important for you to make sure that the fund you're investing in is regulated by the Capital Markets Authority. Last but not least, before you sign that paper or actually deposit your money, please try to understand what is the final average rate that I want to make. You don't want a fund to tell you 15%, yet management fees are 5%, so you're only getting 10, and you're getting in so excited knowing, 15%. No, understand, is this rate that you're giving me net of your fees? Is this the amount that will actually come to my bank? Okay, so make sure you understand all the terms. Don't be in a rush. Google anything you see on that proposal form that doesn't make sense. Google it. What will happen? You'd rather wait a whole month and understand what you're getting yourself into than rushing into something and then you start blaming the fund. Ati, nyinyi mlinidanganya. Yet, maybe you're the one who didn't understand what is going on. So make sure you understand the fees. Make sure everything that is on that paper, you understand it very well. I must mention also that, the liquid aspect of the money market fund means that you can get your money within 2 to 3 working days. Okay, so for example, you've invested maybe 100,000, it's been there for 6 months, you've earned X%, and you need that money for an emergency or something. You just need to write to the money market fund, fill the application form, and within 2 to 3 working days, you have your money. So it's very liquid. It's not like, unasema wacha ninunue kashamba. Kashamba, unajua how long it's going to take you before you get a buyer. Please don't invest in very illiquid, far-fetched things that if you need the money, it's going to take you a year. You have to compromise on the price just to get the money. No, money market funds are very liquid. You can get your money within 2 to 3 working days. Last but not least, guys, I must mention why it is important for us to have money set aside somewhere. Number one, for emergencies. You never know when you will need some money, and that's why you must have the discipline to always have some money set aside somewhere and not just sitting idle, but actually generating some income. Secondly, why you need to have some cash somewhere that is still generating money is so that you can use it to generate more money. Like if you see a good opportunity, maybe you can buy this and sell it at a margin, you get it and make the money and take it back to the money market. It continues making money. You see another great opportunity, una invest, una buy, you sell, buy, sell, make money and continue. So it's very important to always have liquid money somewhere so that you can take advantage of opportunities if they come your way. Oftentimes inflation is at what, maybe 5%? It depends, it fluctuates a bit, but equal 5%. So if you put your money in your current account, first of all, you're being charged ledger fees every month, so you're losing money. Inflation ni equal 5%. So by next year uko -5 because inflation has increased the price of commodities, so you can only buy less with the money you have. Once you've invested in a money market fund, you're making maybe 10%. And inflation is at 5, uko 5% ahead of the rest of us, imagine. And that is a very, very important thing. Always stay ahead of inflation. I hope that's clear why you need your money saved up somewhere, just sitting pretty waiting for you. Another thing I feel is very important is that, okay, if you've actually now decided to invest in a money market fund, start maybe this year with one fund. So unaanza maybe na 5k, unaweka 5k this month, next month unasema I'll be putting 2k. So at the end of the year, you have a substantial amount, which is not a bad amount, by the way, and it's a very good place to start. In the spirit of diversifying, what you can do after year 1, umeweka pesa yako in one fund, you've seen how it's performed, you've seen the experience, how the managers communicate and all these things. Year 2, you can decide to open another account with another money market fund. Okay, so unakuwa na mbili, na even that will increase how much you save. And let me tell you, when you start saving and you see your amount is growing, it even gets you excited to save and save and save more. Okay, so after a while, also seek to diversify and not put all your money in one fund. Diversify in maybe 2 or 3 funds, obviously depending on how much money you have. Pia usikuwe ati sasa uko na 5k hapa, 5k, even wewe utasahau pesa iko wapi. Last but not least, I have to tell you guys, mimi mwenyewe, I have invested my money in a money market fund, ICA Lion. That's where my pension is for work, and that's where I also felt these are people that have been around for a very long time. I can trust them, and so I put my money there, and the experience has honestly been good. It has also helped me to save a lot because I don't keep withdrawing the money, which is what I like about the 2 to 3 day notice period. Umekaa tu hivi unasema, do I need X amount na niko na pesa, wacha ni apply. And the process of filling the form, sending it, before you wait for 3 days, ata by the time your pesa ikuje, ushajisort nunamwa, let me just take it back. Okay, so that has helped me to save, to be disciplined, which I think is very, very important. I'm also in a chama where we invest our money in Zimelele. I don't know if you guys know about Zimelele. I'd be more than happy to share more details about the money market fund that I invest in, fund details, just on a high level, to give you guys a bit of comfort if you're actually considering investing in ICA Lion, or if there's another option that you've seen and you have a question about it, please leave it in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to answer the questions in the next video. Okay, also please let me know any other video ideas that you want to see, around career, around education, and around savings and investments. I'd be more than happy to create the content and share with you guys. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.